The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the...
And it's the Nets on a road trip for this one. An interconference game today, looking for the win. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're pretty rattled right now after a road trip in which they did not win a game. Now they hope to get back on track here at home.
And you know, for the Mavericks, it's early, but we can already say something about them that we couldn't say last year. This may be a team with legitimate playoff hopes.
So the Nets starting five. Conley out there with Brown. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then it's Randall. And it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, when people talk about Harrison Barnes, Doris, everyone will tell you he's one of the most poised and thoughtful players in the league.
I think some of that was on display during his tenure with the Golden State Warriors. And with this present organization, they've basically said, we need you to be a more vocal leader. And he's accepted that challenge.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
To the left wing. Brown outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. Here's Brown, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Russell with it. Out left to the wing. Markkanen kicks to Russell. George up top. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. That one good for 2.
Now, Paul George does not get nervous in these situations. He's so calm and allows his game to flow under duress.
Now here's Conley. A 14-point game for him in the win again. Dishes it to Brown. To the middle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Now we're about halfway through the season now, Doris. It's no longer new. The playoffs are still a ways away. Seems like a time when players can start to lose focus.
No doubt, Kevin. You have that sense that maybe the All-Star break is coming or going, and you still have that fight you've got to get through, the February, March doldrums. But this is why coaches always talk about, let's play in the moment. Let's not worry about the results. What you can do every day, each moment. When you can do those kinds of things and just lock in on small tasks, then you've got a team that can contend.
Good coaches always seem to steer their teams in the right direction at this time of the year. Conley with the 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Here's Brown. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Jokic finds Conley. And the Nets miss again. Dallas leading by 5. And here's George. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Whiteside, good. Now here's Conley. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Passes it to Brown. Shoots. Mavericks with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Smart kicks to Russell. Pass to Markkanen. Dallas moving it around. And here's George. Over Barnes. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Good work defensively by Whiteside. It's been all about Hassan Whiteside for Dallas. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He's one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I'll tell you, when you take care of the backboards, good things seem to happen.
Well, I think it's been a priority to hit the glass, no doubt, and using their length and athleticism to perfection on the boards.
Lauri Markkanen is out there with Paul George. Then there's Smart, then there's Whiteside, and it's Russell in at the one spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Jokic, and Whiteside sends it back. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Here's George. Randall grabs the board. Nets trailed by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
Brown outside. No good. Shot missing. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And with Atkinson and the Nets, he said it feels like the team is a starter.
Right. Atkinson has taken a more hands-on approach with the team. He works out with the group. He does weightlifting with them. He wants to build the idea that the team is striving towards something together.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Stolen by Markkanen. Here's George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Well, to me, Paul George exemplifies what a leader should be. This guy does not look for his personal stats. He just wants to make the guys around him better.
And the second free throw, good.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
The feed to Randall, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Smart. He's off on that one. Randall with some nice D. Barnes passes to Conley. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For the Dallas Mavericks, the last couple years, generating free throw attempts has been a problem.
Which is a shame because when they've gotten to the line, they've been extremely accurate. But let's remember, you have a ton of jump shooters on this team, and that's a point of emphasis. Well, the Brooklyn Nets, one of the younger teams in the league this year and last year. And obviously, with young teams and with the style of play, turnovers are going to be something you've got to contend with along the way.
Russell finds Smart. And here's Whiteside, covered by Barnes. The 11-footer misses off the right iron. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Nets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Outside, Russell. Markkanen dishes to Russell. George against Barnes. Shot from 12. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Conley kicks to Brown. Over Smart. And the shot is long. George against Barnes. And it's Russell in the corner. Let's go. And so it's Dallas going.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sport. It was a big-time first quarter from Hassan Whiteside. He had 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 block. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness, and it's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now
Welcome back to Big D. A terrific look at this urban mecca deep in the heart of Texas, Dallas, Texas. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
Well, it's his specialty. There are certain guys who can dominate a half or even an entire game by generating second chances.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harrison Barnes is out there with Randall. Then it's Conley. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Here's George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. George has got 7 points in the game. Here's Barnes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Conley. So many aspects go into developing, Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture, though. That makes so much sense.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
Russell kicks to Markkanen. Back to Russell. Dallas moving it around. And it's Markkanen, top of the key. Over Brown, and there's the bucket from Markkanen. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height, the D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Jokic. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Brown against Smart. Outside, George. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, Kevin, there are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
I don't think any of us can forget that broken leg Paul George suffered playing for the United States national team in 2014. But what a joy, guys, to see him back and playing at an elite level. Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
Markkanen kicks to Russell. 56 seconds left in the third. In the corner, Smart with it. Floats one. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Barnes outside. Markkanen pulls it in. Dallas leading by 5. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good, George.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Conley against Russell. Conley scanning the floor. Here's Jokic, and Whiteside sends it back. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, we're doing a good job of keeping our bodies on their bodies down there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They've got Paul George. Marcus Smart is out there with Russell. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Whiteside in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. They get it back. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they continue to control the glass.
And that one misses. And now that final debt Doris has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
To the middle, here's Jokic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And really trying to work the ball inside here and starting to get results. A lot of that offense coming in the paint here in the second half.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And the pass to Russell. Smart against Brown. Smart passes to George. 6 to shoot. Shot on the wing. But he gets it back. And it's George finishing it off.
It's a lengthy list of skill that Paul George brings to the table every night. The offensive glass is just one aspect of a terrific game.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He got into him pretty hard. He said, we are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, former 4th overall draft pick. Conley took a while to develop physically, but the mental parts have always been there.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Mavericks leading by 8. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Back to Smart. Conley against Russell. Over Conley. The Mavericks rebound. Markkanen kicks to George. Passes it to Russell. The 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Barnes looking around. Pass to Conley. The kick out to Brown. Brown jams it in.
We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Outside Russell. There's the 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Conley. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. And the pass to Jokic. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
And it's Russell in the corner. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Well, Russell is just absolutely fearless. He'll be the hero or the GOAT in that instance. Yes, sir, hero.
Conley against Russell. For 3. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And so they foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Boy, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 7. 27 seconds left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
So a very productive trip to the line that time, and they're sitting on a nice lead now.
Barnes finds Conley. Brown outside. Up top, Randall. Brown outside. A 3-ball. Let's keep it alive. Outside Conley. A 3 from Barnes. Excellent D there from George.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.